Hey, what's up, my wrestling peeps? Um, this is my first wrestling video on this channel. So what better way than to start it with Cena's last match? Yeah, I know I'm hella late. That happened Saturday night, and this is Thursday afternoon, early evening. But better late than never, right? That's one of my favorite sayings. Unless being late really is horrible. But anyway, this is my first video this week, but I see a lot of people still bitching and crying about Cena losing his final match, and I'm like, I'm glad that he lost. It makes perfectly sense. He's on his way out. He has no reason to win again, win anymore, or anything like that. And I don't say I predicted that he was going to lose and that he would tap to Gunther. I had a feeling that Gunther was gonna be his last opponent. And then when it was revealed that Gunther would be in the tournament, I'm like, yeah, I'm right. He's gonna make Cena tap, and sure enough, he did. So yeah, and the way that Cena tapped, I think that really angered a lot of people too. It's like he's just like smiling and taps as he's tapping. And I'm like, I was just like thinking, like Cena's probably like, yeah, people, he's on his way out, but he still wants people to remember, keep on remembering him, and to just like give WWE absolute shit. It's like he just knew that people were gonna be pissed off about this. I think that's why he did it. Because it's hilarious, and people are really pissed off about it. I'm not pissed off about it. I think it's hilarious. I love it. But Cena has nothing else to prove. He's done. He's in wrestling, and he's one of the extremely few wrestlers, probably like one of the only wrestlers that can really truly believe that is retired and would never wrestle again. Never say never, but I can really believe that Cena is done. He has a lot of other things, movies and TV shows and commercials and stuff. He doesn't need wrestling, no reason. Plus, he's done everything. Why come back? Some of the other wrestlers that retire, they don't really have something out there established like Cena does. But I mean, he's still with WWE. He signed an ambassador contract. I think it said 5 years. So yeah, but I'm sure Cena would probably market WWE for free. Probably he seems very grateful for the opportunities he's given, which definitely could approve him. But I think it's funny that a couple of things I think that was funny. Well, one, we'll talk about why I think that was a good idea for him to lose. One, because yeah, he's on his way out. No reason to lose. No reason for him to win. Two, Gunther. He's one of the best guys that WWE has right now, and all around wrestler. He's good on the mic. He's got a great moveset, everything, and this is somebody that you want to be your future. He's not the next Cena, but he's still gonna be one of your big main eventers. And it's a good way to build him back up as the really great heel, making everybody's favorite tap out. Not only that, but he can say that he's the new legend killer and feud with Orton and maybe retire Orton down the line. And where is Orton? I haven't don't remember seeing him past SummerSlam. I might have missed something. I'll maybe Google later. But yeah, come on, because remember Orton was the legend killer back in his younger days when he had hair. Oh my gosh, I had such a thing for him. Anyways, no, I still enjoy Randy, but Legend Killer was hilarious. Also, that embarrassing loss to Jay Uso, tapping out. It's one thing to lose to Jay Uso, but having him tap out to somebody like Jay Uso was very horrible decision on WWE's part. So they still have a lot to fix with that. But so that's my reasons. And yeah, like I said, Cena doesn't need to win anymore. And I'm sure some people that are bitching and complaining are probably people that bitch and complain that he kept winning all the time. I was like, I miss a lot of his mainstream. Well, I miss his what Cena's, getting into the main event scene pretty much. I stopped watching in '06, and I came back in 2011 right before WrestleMania. So I missed, well, I guess I did see a good amount of his career. Just missed about 5 years, 5, 6 years. So, but I know one thing is that people got really pissed that he was always winning all the time. Look how many title reigns he's had. But so you're mad. You're mad that he actually lost and for a good reason. Not only that, but I think it's really hilarious that people are saying that this goes against his character so much because he says never give up, and then he gave up. That's just so wrong for his character. I'm like, Cena has given up many, 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 many times. Might not have tapped in forever, but he does get pinned in matches. 1, 2, 3. That's how he loses matches. That's how he lost titles to get the titles back. He loses them. So getting pinned is doesn't count as giving up. I don't know. Yeah, I was watching somebody else's videos earlier today, and I was like, he has given up. He's been counted 1, 2, 3 numerous times. I don't know. How is that not giving up? You know, now that that came to my mind, now it's hilarious that all the stupid people. He says never give up. This is a bad influence. Blah blah blah. It's like, plus not only that, but he said that this is his last run, his last match. So that means he's leaving the ring. He's not gonna wrestle anymore, which means he's giving it up. So I don't know. I don't understand what that is, but yeah, personally, it's open a lot of future storylines, and yeah, Cena doesn't need the win, and you know, I have not listened to his interview with Chris Van Vliet yet, but it would have been interesting if he would have did the interview with Chris, after he was done with it, so he could talk about everything. But I have a feeling we'll probably know more down the line. But from what it sounds like, Cena chose to lose. I'm not sure if he chose his final opponent, but all of this, all in it, I still think it is freaking hilarious. Bunch of crybabies and people are booing. Yeah, not only that, people always complain that WWE doesn't do anything shocking, but here you go. Here's something shocking. The fans were hella freaking pissed, and I wasn't shocked. I thought it was hilarious, but anyways, that's what I had to say. And all in all, Cena's last run was okay. He had some really great matches. He definitely put his all in a lot of them, and not so much into that heel run, which was really garbage and something that he probably should have definitely put his foot down about that, since he didn't seem like he was not interested at all being a heel, which I'm sure he probably will talk about if he hasn't already talked about. But yeah, no, it was very obvious he was not into doing that, and WWE half-assed it hell a lot and didn't really put anything in there to help him along the lines with it. So, but that's just something that goes down in history as a blunder in his career. But the most disappointing thing about it is he never came back as a doctor of thugonomics. At least once come out. And I know that CM Punk came out as I forgot what he called himself, but that was hilariously bad. But yeah, oh well. But anyways, that's all I have to say about that. What do you guys think? Um, think about what I say. What do you? How do you feel about it? And then tell me what you think about what I just said. Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you want to see me talk more about wrestling. I do watch wrestling. Not just WWE. I watch AEW and NXT. Well, I guess that's WWE. And I will be watching TNA when it gets on AMC next month. I forgot the date, but I'll be tuning into that. Um, And oh, AAA. I watch AAA stuff on here as well. So just let me know. And thank you for watching. I love you guys. Bye.